Well, the onset of fall weather, Coach, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley. And we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the San Francisco 49ers. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Okay, ready? Watch 57. Here we go. Off. Tie that left. Hey, we got three down. 57. Mike, 57. I got him. Mike's 57.
Dobbs looking to throw on first down. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Hatch it.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout. And that means your offense has to keep pace.
A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
Chicago.
Set, ready. 10, touchdown. 54. I'm coming. Ball trot.
On 1st and 10, Dobbs. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Right there. 54. Right there.
Dobbs is throwing. Going right side here, and that's complete. Touchdown, Chicago!
There we go.
A big play there. His 9th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 28-yard line.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Check that.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. He'll have a first down past the 40. And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Matt Breida. His 9th touchdown of the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago.
First down, Bears.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Hey, man, watch the boot, watch the boot.
Back to throw Dobbs. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Give him a couple on the catch at 2nd and 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Here we go, here we go.
They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. A first down run by Barkley unsuccessful, as he won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 34-yard line.
Got it. 54, right there. Go. For Mike. Bring it. 64. Wait. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Okay. I got you, son. Hot seven. You're all mine, baby.
Here's Dobbs to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
You're looking there at a defensive back who's maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
Watch safety creep. Safety's creeping.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And now look at him go. 30, the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Matt Breida, 77 yards. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Mike, and let's pin the mirrors back.
Now Dobbs to Barkley on the check down. 7 yards on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. That's the reason why. Well, we just saw shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I'm coming for you. You mine.
Watch twist. Watch they go.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 46. Now Saquon Barkley, as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Here we go. 15-90. 15-90.
We got 3. We got 3, fellas. We got
14.
Mike set.
Bears 7.
Mike 54. I got you, punk.
From the 39, Dobbs. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
They'll run with Barkley, and he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
And the Bears first down.
Ready. 60 out low. Orbit.
Hey, check.
Right there. 54.
On first down, Downs to throw. That is caught by Cohen.
Got you, boy.
Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And an alley to run. Touchdown, Chicago. Saquon Barkley, his 11th touchdown of the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
Well, partner, that's another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock. This
one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we usually think about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check it out, read.
Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Here we go. 180.
58 to Mike.
Check pass. Check pass.
Alert flare. Alert flare. Flare. Flare.
On second down, a run with Breida. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
That's it, baby.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here we go. Here we
And
go.
it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the
Hey,
game.
keep it up. Keep it up.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Past the 20. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Matt Breida on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 21-14.
Bears 14. Michael Dixon set to kick off.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
First down, Chicago.
Set, ready. 10, touchdown. 54. Mike, 54. All day, baby. All day, all day. Short, short. Slam, slam, slam.
On first and 10, Dobbs. An incomplete, crisis averted, almost picked. Instead, second down.
Incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now Barkley stripped of the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know
Here we go.
that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers of reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go.
On second down, it's Coleman. And he works free. There he goes left side. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Tevin Coleman, his second touchdown on the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
Oh, here we go. Oh.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flies.
It certainly is.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D Ford in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks.
Third and 15.
Set, hut. Ancient Gator. 54. Mike, 54. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, huh? Echo. Mike 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Let's go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Dobbs. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Well, he's been the guy, already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
Taken in at the 11. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
Mike, here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
A 1st down carry for Barkley won't lead to much as he'll take this forward for maybe a yard. It's 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now left side on the swing pass. Give them 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Watch the pass.
Hey, watch Sam. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Watch twist.
Now Dobbs. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
A 41-yard attempt. 41 yards. 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 41 yards
The kick by McManus is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Here we go, here we go,
Up
here
to
we
the
go.
35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
13, 13.
58's the mic. 58's the mic.
Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we are at halftime here on Halloween, as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well, as we are back and started in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Well, they have the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
6, 21, 21.
There's Garoppolo to throw. Looking deep for Julio. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be ripped down by the face mask at the end of this, and that's going to add 15 more onto the end of this thing.
Here we go,
Now
here we
it's
go, here we go.
1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Watch the edge.
Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And they'll get this down to the 10. It's a good gain of 11. Sets them up 1st and goal.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And their halftime hold now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half, Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Get ready. Let it go.
Here's Dobbs to throw, and this will be incomplete.
So they look like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
It's coming this way, coming this way. Here we go, here we go. Here we go. Hey, check it out.
Barkley. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Rabbit.
Hey, watch Sam. Check. 54. Mike, 54.
Hey, pick your game up.
Throwing here, Dobbs. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. To throw is Dobbs into a double team. Now White lost the football, and I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something, double turnovers, but instead they'll keep the possession on the INT.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Here's Coleman, and 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Check 48's the mic.
Lock.
Guy. Check 6 guy.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Garoppolo. Jabril Peppers, a former 1st-round pick, there on the coverage.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Hey, 58 is the mic. Going 58's the mic.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 13 yards there and a Niner 1st.
Here we go. 180.
Watch the run.
21.
Check 3.
On 1st down, here's Breida. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Watch the pass.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Garoppolo. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Khalil Mack in there for a milestone sack. That's number 150 of his great career. Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. Open man is heard. It's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Here we go. Like 20.
Right now, let's go.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Good soft, baby. That's big.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. And it's caught. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the #3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
They'll try and power it in with Juszczyk. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Kyle Juszczyk, his first touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25.
Niners 42, Bears 17.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
24-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it milder, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen.
You ain't going nowhere.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
This is Barkley. And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
You're trash. You're trash.
First down. Here's the run with Montgomery. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Check 31. Check 31.
On the run, it's
You ain't going
Barkley.
nowhere.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
Let's go.
4 yards the pickup, first down. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play, because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 17-yard line.
Here we go.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Off.
Hey, one set.
Dobbs. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be 4th down.
Fourth down.
A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on fourth.
Let's go. Mike's 54.
On fourth down, Dobbs. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Bears tried it on fourth down, unable to convert. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
Well, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that... a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams. Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from the first one and blew out the Seahawks.
And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 35-yard line.
Here we go.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Double tight, guys. Double tight. 3 out. 1, Omaha. Shift.
That would give right side Coleman. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Here we go.
The Niners on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 2. Throwing now is Garoppolo. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Subsequent gains of 3, 4, and now 5 yards. Good enough for the first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Come on, baby, let's go.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here. 1st and 10. They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he's got some space here. A big play there for the Niners. And a very appropriate gain as well, 49 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Here we go.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
He's checking. Crash.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back in.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
54, right there. 54, Mike.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Dobbs. It was the linebacker, Devin White, there to knock it away. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Back to throw. Dobbs. And that is incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
Mike, 54. Samuel, for your son. I'm coming for your son.
On 4th down, Dobbs flushed out right. He may try and run for this. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Niners take over in terrific field position.
Here we go,
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Double dog, that's the way.
And they take a knee.
Garoppolo on the keeper. A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Bears' 34-yard line.
48's Mike. 48's Mike.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
And they will take a knee here.
Garoppolo on the keeper. A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 13.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the 49ers, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.